The book of 2 John is one of the shortest books in the New Testament, yet it carries a strong message about truth, love, and caution against false teachers. Written by the Apostle John, this letter is addressed to the elect lady and her children, urging them to remain steadfast in the truth and to live in love. Let's explore the key teachings from this brief but powerful epistle. The opening verses of 2 John emphasize the importance of walking in truth and love. John encourages the recipients to remain faithful to the truth of the gospel and to demonstrate their faith through love for one another. This teaches us that Christian living is built on a foundation of truth and love, with both being inseparable. True faith must be expressed through love, and living in love reflects obedience to God's commandments. John reminds the readers of the commandment they have had from the beginning to love one another. This is a recurring theme in John's writings, stressing the centrality of love in the Christian life. This teaches us that love is not optional for believers but a fundamental commandment. Love is both an action and a reflection of our relationship with God. John urges believers to practice love consistently as a way of living out their faith and staying connected to God's truth. A major theme in 2 John is the warning against deceivers and false teachers. John warns that many deceivers have gone out into the world, denying that Jesus Christ came in the flesh. This teaches us the importance of discernment and staying rooted in the true teachings of the gospel. John instructs the readers not to welcome or support those who spread false teachings, as doing so would make them complicit in their evil works. This reinforces the need to guard the truth diligently and reject all forms of deception. John emphasizes the importance of abiding in the doctrine of Christ. He explains that anyone who runs ahead and does not continue in the teaching of Christ does not have God. This teaches us that staying true to the gospel message is essential for maintaining a relationship with God. John warns believers not to be swayed by new or distorted teachings but to remain steadfast in the original message of the gospel. Abiding in sound doctrine protects believers from being led astray by false teachings. In a unique part of the letter, John advises caution when showing hospitality to those who promote false teachings. This teaches us that while hospitality is an important Christian virtue, it should not be extended to those who distort the gospel. Supporting false teachers, even through hospitality, can make one a participant in their error. John's caution encourages believers to use wisdom in their interactions, ensuring that their support and fellowship are directed toward those who uphold the truth of the gospel. John expresses his joy in finding some of the lady's children walking in the truth. This teaches us the deep satisfaction and joy that comes from seeing others remain faithful to God's word. John's joy reflects the joy of all believers when others are steadfast in their faith, even in the face of challenges. This part of the letter encourages us to support and uplift one another in our spiritual walk, celebrating faithfulness and commitment to God's truth. The book of 2 John offers valuable lessons about the importance of truth, love, and guarding against false teachings. John reminds believers to walk in love, obey God's commandments, and abide in the doctrine of Christ. His warnings against deceivers and false teachers highlight the need for vigilance in maintaining the purity of the gospel. The letter encourages believers to stand firm in the truth, live in love, and support one another in faithfulness. 2 John's brief but profound message resonates with believers today as they navigate a world filled with competing messages and challenges to the truth of the gospel. Thank you for exploring the teachings of 2 John with us. We hope this journey through the Apostles' letter has encouraged you to remain steadfast in truth and love. May the teachings of this epistle inspire you to guard against falsehood, to walk in love, and to continue abiding in the truth of Christ. Let us apply these lessons in our lives, growing in faith and walking confidently in the light of God's Word.